We, the many, need to always appreciate the few, the brave. Their sacrifice ensures that the flag shall always wave. This is an extract from the poem The Few, the Brave by Maurice Harris and dedicated to all the brave hearts of Pulwama attack and Indian Army and Indian Air Force who avenged the fallen martyrs. 2 years ago, on February 26, 2019, the Indian Air Force conducted an airstrike in Balakot. The strike was in response to the death of over 40 CRPF personnel on February 14, 2019 in a cowardly suicide terror attack conducted by Pakistani-based terror organization Jaish-e-Mohammed. The airstrikes were carried out on Pakistani soil for the first time ever by Indian Air Force after 1971 war. After the Indian Air Force strike on Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorist camp in Pakistan, the world has witnessed a high-voltage aerial skirmish the next day between Indian and Pakistani air forces. The Indian Air Force fought back with grit and determination against a much larger Pakistani Air Force F-16 OCA. In spite of precise timing and numerical superiority of Pakistani Air Force, they were defeated badly, which we all know that they were never going to acknowledge. To deny and cover up the tactical shortcomings of their Air Force and shooting down of Pakistani Air Force aircraft, Pakistan got themselves busy spreading din created from the manufactured lies, deceit and misinformation campaign by Pakistani Army's infamous Inter-Services Public Relations ISPR. In today's video, we are going to explain you all about the skirmish that happened between India and Pakistani Air Forces and bust the false Pakistani propaganda. On February 26, 2019 at 0345 hours, the Chief of Air Staff B.S. Dhanoa called National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and informed that Bandar mara gaya. This was the confirmation of Operation Bandar, one of the events which Pakistan would never forget. I would have preferred the code name for this operation as Operation Sewer, but this was deliberately chosen in order to confuse Pakistani intelligence. The operation was carried as a retaliatory strike against the terror network of Jaish-e-Mohammed and affiliated organization as a reply to the 14th February attack at Pulwama in Jammu and Kashmir, which resulted in deaths of over 40 Indian CRPF troops. The operation involved 12 Mirage 2000 jets carrying Spice 2000 and Pop-Eye precision-guided munitions and were backed up by 4 Su-30 MKIs, Nitra and Falcon AWACS, Israeli Heron drone, 2 Ilyushin 278 air refueling aircraft. With Pakistan's territorial integrity violated and its military pride dented, the Pakistani Air Force chosen to hit back at India in a quid pro response. On February 27th, Pakistan launched offensive Operation Swift Retort involving 12 F-16, 12 JF-17 and 4 Mirage jets plus reserves. The Pakistan Air Force picked its best fighter pilots for Operation Swift Retort. The Pakistanis, best of the best, were ready to attack the regular crews from Indian Air Force in Jammu and Kashmir. Between 0950 and 1015 hours, that is between 9:50 to 10:15 hours, 2 Su-30 MKI duelled with 8 F-16 MLU of Pakistan Air Force. Now we will take you through the minute-by-minute chronology of events witnessed during the skirmish. At 9:52 am, Nitra AEW and C detects 10 F-16s taking off from 3 air bases in Pakistan. They later merged into a single formation after entering Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. At 9:54 am, Indian Air Force retaliated with MiG-21 Bisons, Su-30 MKIs and Mirage 2000 being scrambled to intercept the incoming Pakistani fighter jets. At 9:58 am, India alerted and sent message to Pakistani jets to go back. At 9:59 am, as per protocol, India sounds second alert and sent another message to Pakistani jets to go back. At 10 am, the Pakistani Air Force fighter jets entered Indian airspace. At 10:01 am, Indian Air Force jets responded and engaged the F-16s. The F-16s were also targeted by surface-to-air missiles, which forced 9 Pakistani F-16s to return after intruding just a kilometer into Indian territory. At 10:02 am, one F-16 manages to enter deep inside the Indian territory. The jet tried to target an oil depot and an ammunition point in military zone and tries to attack an Indian Army brigade headquarters. At 10:03 am, one Indian Air Force Su-30 MKI and one MiG-29 Bison engaged the F-16 in a dogfight maneuver called defensive split. The two Indian jets trapped the Pakistani jet in between them. The MiG-21 was flying in the front while Su-30 MKI was chasing it from behind, firing at it. The F-16 was forced to flee using a dogfight maneuver called wing over. At 10:04 am, the Su-30 MKI stopped chasing the F-16 and hovers around the oil field to guard it. The MiG, however, being flown by Wing Commander Abhinandan Vardhaman, gives the F-16 the chase. The F-16 is flying out of the territory and Wing Commander locked F-16 with an R-73 air-to-air missile. At 10:08 am, Wing Commander Abhinandan fires his R-73 missile and successfully hit the F-16, bringing it down. Abhinandan performed a dangerous maneuver called High G Barrel Roll. About 45 to 50 seconds after his R-73 launch and about 7 km inside POK, the MiG-21 was hit by an AMRAAM missile fired by Pakistani Air Force F-16. Abhinandan ejected from the MiG-21 Bison and the parachute landed safely 4 km away from LOC in POK. He was brutally attacked by civilians before being dramatically handed over to Pakistani army. Now, we will try to burst the false propaganda spread by ISPR related to the skirmish between Indian Air Force and Pakistani Air Force. Evidence 1. Immediately after 27th February clash, Major General Asif Ghafoor, who is Director General of ISPR, tweeted that 2 Indian jets had been shot down by Pakistani Air Force in POK, with 1 pilot arrested by Pak Army and 2 still in the area. An hour after his tweet, Major General Ghafoor said, "Our ground forces arrested 2 pilots. One of them was injured and has been shifted to CMH, and God willing, he will be taken care of." He reiterated that Dusra Banda, or second pilot, is with us and assured that no F-16s of Pakistani Air Force had been shot down, since the F-16s were not used in the combat. He later said that the second pilot died in CMH hospital. Again in the evening, he confirmed that there was only 1 pilot under Pakistani Army's custody. Now the question is, who was Dusra Banda, which he was referring to and later denied? The second pilot was from the Pakistani Air Force, who was shot down by Indian Air Force MiG-21 Bison. He probably had sustained post-ejection injuries or manhandled by civilians in a similar manner to Abhinandan. Now let's look at the evidence 2. The Indian Air Force Falcon AWACS had an adequate radar pickup on the aerial engagement. It identified F-16, JF-17 and Mirage 3s as a part of Operation Swift Retort Pakistan Air Force aircraft package. This radar data proves beyond doubt that F-16s were operating against India that day, exposing the lies and contradictions of the DGP ISPR Major General Asif Ghafoor. Talking about evidence 3, the remains of AMRAAM missiles, which was found in Nowshera sector by Indian military. The AMRAAM missiles can only be fired by F-16s, which is in the Pak Air Force inventory. The last, which is evidence 4, the F-16 kill was captured by Falcon's radar and the blip vanishing from the radar scope was clearly noticeable. The same is confirmed by Thales GS-100 low-level targeting radar LTTR deployed in that area. This was today's update. Please let us know what is your views about these in comment section. Feel free to post your comments and suggestions about any topic related to defense sector on which you want to hear from us. With this, I would like to say goodbye and Jai Hind friends. Please like and subscribe our video if you have not done already. We will be soon back with more interesting and amazing development happening in defense sector.